Hello and welcome back to Sakura Angels. In the last episode, Kenta and his newfound guardian angel classmates, well, not so much Kenta, fought off a strange demon girl who used magic in the same way that the angels did, only much more dangerous and much more proficient, and her target was to kill Kenta. But obviously, since we are only about an hour or less into this story, that failed. The girls, after a flight that Kenta didn't exactly enjoy, then decided to follow Kenta home to his house for safety. Let's continue. It isn't long before we arrive back at my house. I can happily say we ran into no more monsters or crazy scythe-wielding girls along the way. I can't believe I even have to take them into consideration now. What has my life become? Reaching the front door of my house, however, I'm posed with a problem. These two girls insist on protecting me, and we're just about to follow me straight into my house before I realized that they were still there. Somehow I get the idea my parents might be opposed to me bringing in two complete strangers. Girls at that. Plus, that would just lead to a whole new line of questions from them, and I'd rather not get them involved into this mess as well. So it took a while, and a lot of negotiation, and I really mean a lot. Well, I was pretty much on my knees at one point, but I was able to persuade them that I would be perfectly safe in my own house. They finally withdrew for the night, giving me some much-needed room to breathe. They did say they wouldn't be too far away, though, if I ever needed them, and that worries me. I closed the front door and almost collapsed against it with a drawn-out sigh. Any borrowed strength I might have had up until this point, draining from me completely. What a day. My head aches. My arms throb. My legs feel like they're about to give way. I can't believe I'm even still standing after all of that. The smell of food is heavy in the air. The aroma is enough to make my mouth water. Oh, right. I think I'd forgotten to eat today. I should probably fix that, if I want any chance in surviving what tomorrow might bring me. Apparently, I'm just in time as the food is all set on the table with my parents about to dig in. The short window of time in the evening is really the only chance I ever get to see my parents outside of the holidays. So I usually cherish these dinners and try to engage with them as best as I can. But today, I can hardly even get a word out. I was just sort of grunt in their direction before I collapse into the dining chair. As the meal goes on, the usual questions comes up between us, such as how was your day, and if I had been up to much. Despite looking completely shattered, I'd say it was just like any other day. I get concerned looks, but they don't have any reason to doubt me. Before long, dinner is finished. After several extra helpings, I can't think of anything better to do than call it an early night. I make myself excused and head for my room, my steps uneasy. I drop into my bed face first, the mattress giving out a groan. It can't be later than 9 p.m. and already I want to sleep. Is every day going to be like this from here on out? I sure hope not. While I could just as easily fall asleep in the current position I'm in, there's probably a good risk I might suffocate, so I guess I might as well do things the proper way. If I have to. I push up off of the bed and go to close the curtains. Maybe I already fell asleep. As I went to close the curtains, my eyes are drawn to an amber glow down in my garden. A fire. A campfire, to be precise. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who that campfire belongs to. Yup. The two magical girls. Sayaka and Hikari seem to have taken it upon themselves to set up a little base camp in my back garden, complete with a tent and a fire. I guess when they said they would be close by, they really meant close by. I think they're trying to cook something going by the pan over the fire. I didn't realize their lives were so rough with how glamorous they generally look. Oh, they saw me. Sayaka gives an enthusiastic wave my wave, taking her eyes off the pan. Yeah, okay, hi. I give a feeble wave back. Somehow I get the feeling I should be worrying about this far more than I am. But Whatever. This can wait until tomorrow. I draw the curtain shut right as whatever Sayaka was cooking in the pan ignites into a tremendous fire. I can just about hear Hikari's cry of terror through the window panes. Oh. Letting out one final mighty yawn, I drop backwards into my bed, and it is not long before whatever semblance of consciousness I might have had left drift into the night. Streams of light filter in from the curtains, rousing me out of sleep that I wanted to last forever. Ugh. I have half a mind to just turn over and wrap myself tighter in my blanket, but I guess I have enough to worry about right about now, without adding being late to school on top of everything else. Let's tackle the day, I guess. I roll out from under the covers and crash to the floor with the grace of a sloth. Ow. On top of everything else still aching from yesterday, my head thumps once more, right on schedule. I really wish it would cut me a break. Just this one time. Starting from a crawl along the floor, I gradually pulling myself up into a walk as if I was evolving in real time. I tuck the curtains open. I look down at the garden to find it completely empty. Not a trace of a fire, the tent, or the girls. Maybe I really was dreaming last night. I mean, they couldn't really be as stupid as to camp in plain sight like that. The fire alone would be enough for the police to be brought down. That's one less thing for me to stress about, at least. Thank God. Right, I better not waste any more time or I'm going to miss my chance to have a proper breakfast like yesterday. Pawing at the dust around my eyes, I start for the bathroom. A nice hot shower should do wonders. Oh boy. Oh boy, if you have ever played a Sakura novel, this is for you. I sense a possible thumbnail coming up. Let's see how bad this is. Fingers crossed and eye patches at the ready, and I'm ready to, after the fact, edit this so that no naughty bits will be shown. Though it's a Sakura novel, so they usually don't show naughty bits anyway. I pull open the door to the bathroom and... Yep. Oh, poor Kenta. Poor Kenta. How was it that I did the thing with hiding the interface? Was it H? Haha, it was! Haha! Kudos to me for remembering the hotkeys for doing stuff. And print screen. There we go. New thumbnail is ready. What? The bathroom is occupied. What the heck are you gawking at? Close the door! Sorry, my bad. I slammed the door back shut, my heart an erratic mess. That was a close one. Wait a second. Something isn't adding up here. I swing open the door again, the sight taking away my breath once more, even though I already knew what to expect. Ah! What are you doing now? You pervert! I knew it. It is Hikari. And, rather underdressed Hikari at that. She's caught like a deer frozen in headlights, her entire body tensing up in a near statuesque pose. She's down to her rather extravagant underwear, if you don't count the socks that she was in the process of taking off. They match and everything. With how she's bent forward like this, my eyes can't help to gravitate to her rather ample... Kenta! Huh? I'm snapped out of whatever daze I might have been in by her shrill tone. What? What was I doing again? What are you doing? Shut the door already! Wait. Wait. Shouldn't I be the one asking what you're doing in my house? What does it look like, genius? Now go away! Her face is beet red. She's practically trembling with anger, though still frozen in place. But how am I the one at fault here? And again, this whole scene, this 1 minute of story, pretty much sums up every Sakura novel almost to the point. There is almost always a walk in to the bathroom on someone already being in there scene in every one of them. Even when you don't expect it. Even the space one had one of those. I would link to that after this episode, so you can find that series there. There's tons of boobies. Okay, where were we? Hey now, don't get mad at me. I don't remember ever giving you guys permission to freely use my house. Especially not the shower. Close the door. Not until you close the door. Okay, but can you just, Her eyes gives off a dangerous glow, the room rumbling ever so slightly with a frightening power. I guess this can wait until afterwards. If I want to keep my house intact, at least. Okay. My bad. Really? Flashing an apologetic smile and laughing nervously, I bring the door to a close once more. As demonstrated last night, sometimes retreating really is the best course of action. Well, after that little, situation, I find myself downstairs, both of the girls present. Sayaka has the same cheerful grin as ever, while Hikari looks like she wants to grab the nearest sharp object she can and gut me with it. Again, that wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know? So, do you guys want to explain yourselves? She tilts her head, giving me a confused look. Oh, come on. How can I be the only one to find something strange with this? Well, I mean, what are you guys doing in my house? Using my things, even. Oh, that's simple. Since we were watching over you for a while now, we noticed that your parents always seem to leave really early in the morning and that you're the only one that lives here. So we figured it would be fine if we just, let ourselves in to borrow the shower and stuff. So you pretty much just broke into my house. That's a bit of an extreme way to put it. We made sure to fix the window, You did what? I quickly throw a glance about, looking for any windows in sight. No trace of a break-in, at least. Jeez, what did they do? Throw a brick through one? I thought people who knew magic would be more subtle. See? It's all good. She tries her best to reassure me with her limitless optimism, her hands on her hips, with a blinding smile. I can't say I mirror her enthusiasm, though. I bring a palm to my forehead, a headache beginning to set in. And for once, I actually know the cause of it. Is this really necessary? Can't you guys just, magic yourself clean or whatever? I get cold stares from both of them. I said the wrong thing again, didn't I? Kenta, our magic isn't just some convenient tool we can use so carelessly in our everyday lives. Hikari finally speaks up again, having gotten over her mini sulk. It takes a lot of energy just to even do something as simple as fly. And we always need to make sure we have energy in reserve in case of a surprise attack like last night. Do you really think it would be a smart idea to waste that precious energy on something that could be done so easily with an actual shower? Fair point. But what I'm getting out of this is... So, you're saying that you could magic yourself clean? Her eyes narrow. She takes in a deep breath, her cheeks puffing out dangerously. Why do I suddenly fear for my ears? You're an idiot. She sighs instead, the air escaping her in one long, drawn-out breath of defeat. My eardrums are safe for another day. Phew. I catch a glance at the clock at the wall. All this drama has really eaten into my free time before school. If I don't start breakfast now, there'll be no way I'll make it in time. You guys do whatever then. I'm going to make some food. I start for the kitchen, but Sayaka cuts me off, sliding in front of me. Her eyes are almost sparkling as she leans forward. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Let us make the breakfast instead. Consider it our way of saying sorry for this little mess. Right, Hikari? She pulls Hikari in by the arm. Oh, what? I didn't agree to... Right, Hikari? She tightens her grip on Hikari's arm, a deadly edge behind her otherwise cheerful words. Ow. Okay. Letting them cook. I'm not so sure. Well, this is a risky business if I ever saw one. Typically, in Sakura novels, and this is what I'm going for, the girls of interest are typically not skilled in a kitchen, to say the least. In fact, what's the worst that could happen? Well, why not? Let's see what the worst that could happen actually is. Because I think it's about to happen. I don't see the harm in it, I suppose. Ooh, Kenta. She seems to mean well, and it would be nice to take it easy after all this stress. Sure, go for it. Sayaka Beam is making me feel confident in my choice. I think. You won't regret it. You just sit back and we'll have something amazing whipped up for you in a flash. With that, she spins on her heel and waltzes into the kitchen, dragging along with her a very reluctant Hikari. I take a seat in the connected dining room and ease myself into a chair. This will be fine, right? It starts off well enough anyway. I hear plates and utensils clatter about with cupboard doors battering along. Do you even know what you're making? We'll worry about that later. Now put some of this stuff in too. I'll just pretend that I did not hear that. The frantic chopping of vegetables sound from out behind me, mixed with Hikari's panicked yelps. What were you swinging that thing? You're going to take my head off. It's fine. You sure that goes with that? Sure it does. I have a creative eye for these things. Is it supposed to go green? So we just put this on, like this? I hear the unsettling whoosh of flames. Just how high are they putting it on? What do you think this stuff is? I have no idea. Oh well, in it goes anyway. Things go silent in the kitchen. I can't tell if that's good or bad. I'm too scared to look. Is this really okay? Yep. This is how it's supposed to... What? Something explodes in the kitchen. Thick plumes of acrid smoke wafts into the dining space. Put it out, quick, it's going to spread! How do I do that? I don't know! Just try this! Boom! The roar of flames. I can see the flickering of amber in my peripheral vision. Nope, that made it worse. How about this? Maybe it might have worked. Or not. No more magic, okay? This time will work for... No more magic! I don't know what else to do then! Yeah! You're getting it everywhere! I hear water splash. A good deal of it. Like an entire bucket's worth of the stuff. Is it over? I think so. And look, the food's done. I really don't think that's... I said the food's done. Apparently done, cooking. The pair enter the dining space. Sayaka has a plate in hand, a good amount of steam, or maybe smoke, drifting from it. I hope you're hungry, Kenta. We really went all out to make this, you know? She puts out a plate in front of me, a sincere smile on her face. I guess she really gave it her all, but this can't be called food. It's, charred, burnt, crisp remains of what might have been food at some point, sits on a plate. It feels like it might even be hazardous to even breathe this stuff. I can see Hikari lurking further back, clearly ashamed of whatever substance they created. I guess this is my fault for letting them anywhere near the kitchen. I should take responsibility and... Oh... Well, we're already going down the rabbit hole. Let's eat the food. I have no choice, do I? I don't want to make her feel bad after she worked so hard to create whatever this is. Here I go then. I give the substance the poke. It crumbles into a fine powder at the slightest touch. Okay. I'm sure even though it looks absurdly terrifying, it can't be that bad. Maybe there's something good under all these layers of burnt stuff. I scoop up as much as I can that doesn't crumble away from my hold and force it into my mouth, despite all my instincts screaming at me not to. Well, is it amazing or what? Siaka leans in expectantly as I swallow it down. I think this must be what charcoal tastes like. Oh, well, at least that's relatively harmless. Relatively. I fight back the urge to choke and give her a smile and nod. Really? Yay, I knew it! You should let us cook for you every morning! Oh god, what have I done? And I still have an entire plate of this stuff left. These girls are clearly the real danger to my health and well-being right now. Breakfast soon comes to a close, with perhaps a more lively start to the morning than I am generally used to. As much of a headache as they can be, it was actually sort of nice to not be completely alone in the morning. I wasn't about to tell them that, though, or I'd only encourage their almost criminal behavior in just waltzing into my house like that. I head out for school, my 2 bodyguards naturally at my side. I'm almost sort of getting used to this. And we shall see how the next school day fares in the next episode. But until then, take care.